Alright, y'all. Just for now, we're just going to be two-tabling because I know four-tabling can be hard to follow. And I'm pretty slow, and I've had one of those days, you know what I'm saying? Walked the dog to the restaurant, sat outside on the sidewalk, and then I had like 3 Moscow mules. I had 2 Mamakis before that. I'd say I'm pretty fucked up, but I feel soberish. Very strange. I think the Moscow mules haven't kicked in yet because I have all this pot roast in my stomach. So as soon as the Moscow mule works its way through the pot roast, I'll be fucked up. But I'm still gonna play like a boss, like I always do. All these haters saying like, "Oh, you're on drugs. You couldn't possibly be playing good." No, I play like a fucking boss, regardless. Fuck you. Maybe I didn't play great on Clowny. Clowny is an evil substance. Mimaki is a soothing, very, very minorly effective anti-anxiety medication. So paranaflostra is it's a pretty huge hand. Um, Especially since we can generate a lot of fold equity on the spot. Interesting that he just pots. I'm just gonna go ahead and smash. We were repping 5-6. We still have a little bit below 40% against 5-6 generally. So gonna just go for it, man. Maybe he folds. No, he decides to get it in. He does have 5-6. Oh my god, not the run out we wanted. Very strange hands for everyone to just have, you know? You can criticize me for that one if you want. It's a fucking pair and a good flush draw. It's a good hand. I have fold equity. I should have fold equity. It's a fucking cooler, man. I'm just making cooler. Can you please turn that down? All this shooting and shit. Done. God, man, that shit's so frustrating. It's not that I expect to win every pot. It's frustrating that I was in such poor shape and that guy had the nut flush draw. Like, did I overplay my hand there? Seems possible, but I mean, a pair in the nut flush draw with backdoors, like, you know, what am I supposed to do? You guys might not be thinking of that as like a monster, but in reality, it pretty much is. Especially when you have the opportunity to enact some fold equity. But then again, the way he potted out, it almost looked like he's never folding. So maybe I should just, you know, make what somewhat of a hero fold. Like, even if he has just aces with a nut flush draw, I'm not in like horrible shape. I don't know. I'm in pretty bad shape actually if he has that. If he just has a nut flush draw, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm in good shape. I have an advantage in that spot. Not by a lot, but. And then if you just, like, you'll see people will just have, like, aces. And I'm in fucking great shape against aces with a hand like that. Like, any spade, any eight, any queen. And then there was another one that I forgot, but I'm okay with it, man. I'm alright. Not freaking out or anything like that. I feel like playing more tables, kind of. It's just so goddamn slow to play like 2 tables. I can't handle it. I don't play well. I gotta play 4 tables, or at least 3 tables. Shit. So if you guys don't like the way that I do my I don't want to do that. if you guys don't like the way that I do my layout, there's not really a lot that I have to say to you. You can suck a giant dick. A lot of people will make the screens extra small so that you can see what's going on all of them, but that can be somewhat remedied by sitting at the top of the screen on your top tables and then sitting at the bottom of the screen at your bottom tables. But it's still super whack. But then again, don't want to try to resize like the tables like I mentioned because it's completely fucked and it even crashed Card Catcher one time, so we're not touching the table size. What a ridiculous site, guys. I think I might have mentioned this before, but can you imagine like if Ignition or Bovada or whatever just bought Full Tilt software? That'd be so tight. This beautiful Full Tilt software is just sitting out there in some fucking dustbin in oblivion. Like, you could sell it. Is there something stopping the Full Tilt software developers from selling their shit to someone? Like, or does Ignition really think that their shit is better than Full Tilt? I don't know, man. I guess I'll never know the answers to these questions. Just randomly buy some kind of gift of God. Just get the Full Tilt software. That'd be so amazing. And there's nothing like fun. That's the thing. It's like they had the fun avatars and stuff. Like, how do you think you're getting all these fish to like gamble a bunch of money? You gotta have some kind of aspect of fun. Like, look at Ignition. You don't even get to have a name. It's just completely random. You don't get to have an avatar, no name. The tournaments don't even have like fun names. It's like it's made to seem like super serious and just attract super serious poker players, you know? Like, why would they do it like that? Why am I not the chief of operations at whatever Shell Corporation owns this site? Alright. Just gonna lead right out. We're three-way. Yeah, not a lot we can do here. So yeah, like again, sorry, this four-way is pretty brutal, but at least we're playing six-handed. Once if we start playing like heads up and like two-handed and shit, I just can barely handle it, but my brain's processor speed my brain's processor speed is pretty low. It takes my brain a while to figure shit out, but I'm usually right. I just left in that last part to make me not seem like a complete moron. Hope you guys like this video. I want to say some funny things instead of just being like last night. I don't think I'm going to post a video from last night because I was just so mad at the software and I was just like yelling and I was just losing these stupid pots and it's not fun. I was being super sarcastic about pots that I lost, which is pretty annoying. Gonna be happy about pots that we win, happy about pots that we lose. Only upset when we make bad plays. Or like, say when you lose a pot where you get it in a great spot, like you should just laugh and be like, "Oh my God, that's hilarious," you know? Don't fucking take it personal. Gotta move these bubbles. Fucking bubbles all over the place. Player one. Oh, there you are. Player three. Next thing I'm gonna do is lock the bubbles. Sometimes the bubbles just move by themselves. It's some crazy shit. We need to start flopping some nuttiness. Double suited queens? That's quite good. Whatever, just gonna pot it. I don't think potting is the right play here against like reasonable players, but against people that are unlikely to fold like even like a pair in a gutter or something like that. Like I really think potting is the best. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just lazy and I'm just making excuses for why I press pot all the time, but pressing pot all the time isn't that fucking bad in this game. It tends to work for some guys who are actually crushers, so. But that doesn't, I'm not saying like, oh, you should bet pot every hand or something. I don't know what happened. Someone just have something, like, I'd much rather be able to check raise here than just have check through. I don't care about making 70 cents or whatever. This is the problem with trying to talk while four tabling. I'm just too retarded and I just smoked a joint. I think I might have just auto-posted it there. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, I was gonna... Lock layout. This shit is so fucking stupid. Like, can't you automatically just put me where I'm at? Or why would you ever want to sit anywhere other than the middle bottom? Like, that's what makes no sense to me. It's like, if you had the choice and you were like, I want to sit over here in the corner right, what kind of fucking retard would do that? Nobody's a retard, guys. There's no retards. Everyone has their special gifts. Even retards are geniuses. Sometimes. But sometimes they're just retards. Oh, can't move anything. Why did I lock it? It's all wrong. Gotta unlock. This is so intense, and I'm probably folding hands. Shit is cray. I kind of enjoy not getting good hands pre-flop because it just becomes so easy. I'm just like fold, 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 but I just keep getting like these borderline hands, so I kind of have to play, and it pretty much sucks. I don't know what's going on. This guy's betting very small. Pretty hard to fold getting like 9-1 there, so hate on me for folding there getting 9-1. Bunch of haters. Even though no one's really hating on me, but I wish I had a bunch of comments with haters just like telling me all the shit they thought was wrong and stuff. That'd be awesome. I'm just gonna play this in this way because I don't think this guy's really gonna bluff, and it puts me in a spot where I can kind of just like bet fold the turn. He has a lot more 9-queen, queen-king, and then clubs. 8-9 is probably part of his range, but at the same time, 8-9 is not like a huge part of his range or anything. I don't really want to check here because it just seems so like transparent, but I don't want to bet anything big at all. I'd bet like retardedly small. It seemed to have worked out. I'm just gonna flat. I knew he had ace-8. It's like sometimes you feel like a genius, even though like it's just a complete cooler, you know? It's like, what is that guy really gonna do? Like, oh, I'm such a genius for betting fucking 1/30th pot on the flop or whatever. Okay, what's going on? I gotta change this shit. I don't know if it's still moving around or what's going on exactly. 9. There's just so many straights out there. Like, how do you call this with so many straights out here? I think you don't. You just click buy more ships and then go back to 25. Think of the sheer number of straights. So many straights. Am I recording this? Sometimes I like forget to record it and like I'm just talking to myself thinking I'm recording, but really there's no recording going on. Just being even more weird than normal. What was I gonna do? Alright, shit. I had something, I was gonna do something, but then my high brain completely forgot. So we've gone into this mode where auto check fold enabled is like frozen on the screen, but we don't need to worry about that because we're still allowed to play. It's just a glitch that's been happening for the last 7 years on Ignition, and they've never fixed. Fuck, why did I think these were right? Or did they just move? Like, God, I don't know what's going on. This can be so confusing. It can be such, like, it can cost you a ton of money if you, like, are using the wrong stats for a player or something like that. Just thinking about, like, just think about how important stats are in general. Like, once you get, like, 50, 100 hands, like, yeah, maybe people have the same shit on you, but not all of them. And also, just, like, it just gives you the ability to narrow their range, like, so much, or widen their range so much that just makes you a lot of money overall. Shit is tattooed on here forever. Auto check fold enabled, but that's not actually true. They're just saying that. Can I not get the bubbles in the right spot? Just go in the fucking spot. Oh, I've locked this one already. My God, what a nightmare. At some point, like, all the bubbles just went in the wrong spot. I'm never using this lock layout ever again. Man, I can't believe how fucked up this new American Horror Story is. Like, I don't even like it. It's just too fucked up. How am I sitting out? What the fuck? Trying to move these bubbles around, sitting out? My brain is in, like, seriously in slow-mo right now, or I'm retarded. I don't know what's going on. But I still think I have an edge against these guys. I'm not too worried about it. We've been playing for 17 minutes. It's like for the day we are... I can't tell if it's like the fake little cursor or like the real cursor. Oh. This is wrong. I have to refresh it. But since last night, we've played 748 hands, and we are up $40. But unfortunately, we played a bunch of sit and goes and lost every single one. So I've made the decision. None of these higher stakes sit and goes. They're totally rigged. Everyone's colluding. Like, once I got three-handed, it was just like everyone just like fold to each other, except for to me, or we'll raise your blind every time. And just more subtle things. There's so many ways you can collude and peel away. Like, whatever, good on them. I hope they make fucking $7. It's like, I probably still have an edge on you. Or, like, we're flipping or something, even though you're completely cheating. Just a joke, basically. So we flop the nut blocker. Like, I think if we do have the nut flush in the spot, we want to check raise. So checks it too, and he pots it. So hope he acts rationally against my raise and then turn bet here. Yeah. Sometimes they just know you're bluffing and they just fuck you up. No other way to describe it. Sometimes there's a guy who's just like, I'm not folding it ever, but you just don't realize it, and then you just bluff all your chips to him. And that's all okay, because as long as these are like theoretically profitable plays, there's no reason that you need to sweat it when like something weird and out of the ordinary happens. You know, some of the guys you're playing are just gonna be playing like a chimp, clicking buttons, like literally exactly like that. And then there's good. I'm not saying there's no good players, especially as soon as you get up to like 100 PLO. Yeah, there's some good players, but they're just not great or anything. They're not scary. They're not like scary to play against. Never played higher than 1-2, so that'd be a nice goal to have, I guess. I've been smashed pretty much at 1-2 so far. So much of like PLO session you just ride on just a few hands, and there's a lot of three-way all-ins and stuff like that. So just be patient. All of a sudden, the money will start changing hands before you know it. Pretty tired. I wish I could take a nap and play poker at the same time. Just like play poker in my sleep somehow. God, I still can't believe I slept through that heads up. I was like just crushing these fools in this heads up tournament. And then I was like, wait for the next period. And I just beat this guy after like two hands, so I had to wait a really long time. And then somehow I just fell asleep. And then when I woke up, it was like 12:30 p.m. and he had blinded me out. And I was like, no! How many idiots have ever made a mistake so stupid? Oh, by the way, there were 16 left, and first was like 2K or something like that. So it was super whack. Everyone I was playing was just so bad. I might just have lost so much EV. I hate losing EV in ways like that. It's just like you don't feel it right away. You just feel it later when you don't make as much money as you should or something. I don't know. EV is hard to explain, or it's hard to understand sometimes. I think. Like situations where you're like sitting out or not playing or like automatically losing or like these type of situations, they just hurt you so much because you don't have any chance. I'm not really loving it, but I'm gonna flat, and it's gonna be pretty easy to play flop here. It's like I flop a set right now. Hopefully it doesn't have that Jack 10. Really, yeah, not good enough hand to through that really. So I think it was fine how I played it. Let's go. Let's build some $100 stacks. This is so boring. I just want to play deep stack. I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2. When the fuck does that shit come out? Some good shit to watch this weekend. Tomorrow night, about to watch this Ken Burns Vietnam, which looks pretty dope. Trent Reznor with a soundtrack. I don't know. I have a bunch of Broad City. I have a whole season of Broad City to catch up on, and I just realized I kind of want to, so that'll be fun. Oh, I'm such a hopatron. Why can't the flushes just come for me? It's not fair. I just want to make enough flush and just crush everyone. Not a great spot. Alright, I really gotta focus on just not playing super well. I'm gonna keep looking at a graph to remind myself I'm being a complete retard and losing money. Actually, we're like break even so far. Good job. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back. Open this button. Seems like a spot where we're gonna win money somehow. I feel like there's so many players that think like low rundowns are like the key to the game, and they just want to like go after you with these low rundowns, even with the really bad ones. And it's not like it's so hard to play against low rundowns. Like when it comes something really shitty and connected and low, and you have high cards, like it's not that hard to get away from your hand. We have a spade here. Really want to protect against straight draws and stuff like that. What is this Man, this Sherlock, this like fake ass Sherlock is so bad. My girlfriend watches like it's like Sherlock, but Sherlock. It's Sherlock, but there's no like Benedict Cumberbatch. It's just this other guy. I think it's like Johnny Lee Miller or something, and it has Lucy Liu in it, the only Asian actress left in Hollywood, and she's really bad. I was sitting out with the nut flush. I assume I'm gonna lose here. I think that bear 8 is okay. Think you're gonna win with that, buddy? No. I'm chilling, I got the nut flush. Really makes no sense to raise the spots like that. I think it's pretty obvious why. Man, too slow. I gotta wake up. Powerade. Powerade's not doing it. I had some shawarma. Like I ordered some shawarmas today, and they came back and they were like, "Hey man, I'm so sorry, we're out of pita. Like, would you want like a shawarma salad instead?" And I was like, "Okay, whatever. Yeah, shawarma salad, I'll take it." And shawarma salad was delicious. It was so good. They gave me like way extra chicken and stuff too, so I was pretty thrilled. Shawarma salad is. I never knew a shawarma salad was really a thing, a thing, but it's one of the best things I've ever had. I think. All right. Most of the time, they just have burgers. Can't just eat burgers every day, or you end up like a Randy. Or more likely, you'll just end up like a 50-year-old heart attack victim or something like that. I don't know about all this keto saturated fat talk. No one really knows what the fuck they're talking about. What if coconut oil just like fucking kills you? We would never know. We haven't had enough time to make these studies. All that matters is how clear your arteries are. Or wait, I mean, not all that matters is how cleared out your arteries are. Like, it also matters how brittle they get. So just because they're cleared out of plaque, like strangely, like the plaque serves some purpose of keeping your arteries um, stable or something like that. So it's definitely out for debate whether saturated fats in like massive amounts could possibly be healthy. It's pretty weird to me that like it's 2017. We've done all the science, and like we still don't really know what's healthy, and we just make guesses. Basically, we're like, well, we didn't spray some crazy fucking poison on this plant, so this one should be more expensive or something. Like we don't know shit about fucking what's really healthy or what's not healthy. Just guess about shit. All right, we'll go with this. I'll be pissed if he just like snap folds. He had like 70% of his stack in there. Man, this is why I'm determined to run bad forever. Okay. Let me run up $100 stack. I should 3-bet this motherfucker. I should 4-bet him. No, he just has aces. That's fine. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to just go for like a crazy all-out bluff here. If he's strapping, then like, good job, sir. So we still have like absolutely nothing. After he just flats the turn. It might be bad, but I'm just gonna go for it and just try to go for max fold equity. It really sucks when he has enough flush. It's also really hard to have a flush when there's 4 diamonds on the board, so good luck, sir. Maybe he has enough flush blocker and he's like, what is he representing if he doesn't have enough flush? A lot of different possible dynamics here. He's thinking about it. Yeah, I should assume that people aren't folding these type of hands. Just like going ham. Need to chill. Pushing it too hard here, guys. I mean, obviously, I'm not a fan of his call. I probably would have folded. I mean, I'm representing the nuts. Shows 4 diamonds on board. I don't know what it is about my line that would make my hand make it seem like I can't have the nuts there very often, but it's alright. I mean, one thing you need to realize about this player pool is that they call too much, so you can't try to just be some fancy lad and try to fucking block people out of big pots and stuff like that. They just don't really fold very often. Oh man, it's 7:32. For some reason, I thought it was like 11 p.m. or something. It's still light outside. I might need to take a break. I really think that was the last couple of plays I did. Like, I don't want to try to justify them anymore. Like that was really bad. That goes against my entire strategy at these stakes. So let's see if we can just play as nitty as we possibly, or not as we can. Play nitty like we wanted to in the first place, and not try to blow people out of huge pots where they obviously have a pretty big hand. Like sure, that might work at like higher stakes, but why would this guy be so worried about his $10 that he won't call with the jack high flush? Basically, he was like, I know I'm going to lose, but I'm just going to call anyways. And he was just happened to be right because I was being retarded at the time. So just gotta think, man. You can't just fucking. The fuck? I'm not getting any playable hands. It's pretty annoying. Start just getting all mad and making terrible plays like this race. It annoys me so much when like everyone lives for some reason. Fuck you. I just want to narrow it down so at least I can maybe play like a three-way pot or a heads-up pot or something. Like seriously, you outfought me here? This guy's like so crazy. Like I don't really think I'm gonna fold. I think I'm just gonna call because I hate him. And yeah, I'm looking at a guy with 6 aggression factor and a 72 VPIP. So I was just pretty much like, "Fuck you, bitch." Most people would fold there, but super geniuses don't. And I plan to play like so much poker today, but I'm already just so tired because me and my girlfriend decided to walk the dog to the restaurant. Then we got to the restaurant, and then I was like, I'm not gonna drink. But then I was like, I'll have a Moscow mule. I'll just have one Moscow mule. And then I ate pot roast. So I always just get pot roast for some reason. I just like pot roast. And then I had another Moscow mule. And then I had a Mamaki, like when I got home. And I'm starting to feel it. My body's just telling me to sleep, like in every way possible. But I don't really want to sleep at 7 o'clock. Also, my girlfriend is like, "What are you doing?" Like, hey, it's 7 o'clock. We're just gonna take a little nap, and then the nap just lasts like 5 hours or something like that. Not that she gets mad at me or anything. It's just like I try to be like a reasonable human, not doing absurd shit like that all the time. I feel like napping is kind of taboo. Like, say you walked up to your coworker or you're conversating with a coworker, and you're like, "Yeah, I took like a 6 hour nap today, and I woke up and came to work." They'd be like, "What? Are you some kind of like sloth? Like, what? Did you not sleep last night?" But if you're like, "No, I just like all I do is nap. It's my favorite hobby. I just nap." Who doesn't like napping? Did you guys know that the same receptors in your brain that are activated when you fall asleep, when you're falling asleep, are the same ones that opiate drugs attach to? So when you're on the brink of falling asleep, you're basically feeling high, as it almost basically like you took opiates. That made me pretty tired to say that. We're at 38. I want to make this a 1 hour video, even though we're basically getting fucked, but gonna make it something worthwhile. Something worthwhile. Sorry if I'm talking in a lame voice. I don't want to talk in like the deep, like I'm answering the phone at Aubrey's voice anymore. Or the like weird like voice that I use sometimes. I just feel like using weird voices. Why can't I flop something good? It's almost unfair when you have this hand and then this flop comes out. I mean, like, there's not a lot of good things that can really happen. Not even good enough to open the button. One thing that people think might not be that important, but is actually quite crucial, is like you want to make sure that you like have your button opening range set and not be wavering over it. Like, it's not like you can just be loosey-goosey, like, opening any hand from the button. Like, if you're opening bottom, like, 30% hands from the button, you're going to be losing a lot of money overall in these spots. You need to have somewhat reasonable hands. It's going to pot because of the dynamicness of the board. Super dynamic board. And he just snap pots. I was about to bet this turn too, I guess. Just let him take it. That was crazy how fast. That was weird how fast he bet, honestly. Maybe this guy is just hacked into my computer and can see my cards. When I was emailing Indicator, they were like telling me to turn off all my antivirus and like all this shit. So I've been too lazy to turn it back on. So I've probably very likely been hacked by some Russians. I've got some kind of joint. What do you guys think the ideal length for these is? Like 1 hour, 2 hours? I don't know. I feel like I'm not giving out that much poker knowledge and just like clicking buttons and just talking about random shit, which is my favorite thing to do, really. But it feels weirdly like egotistical just to be talking into a mic all by yourself, assuming other people want to hear that shit. That's just one of the prices you must pay when you're a genius. When you're a super genius. Oh my god, ignition isn't working. Oh my god. I just got shut out of the hand at a previous table. Jesus, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry ignition isn't working good for you. Like, that's never happened to me before. I keep flopping bottom set in spots where I'm like, sure, I'm just gonna lose like massive pots. I want to bet here as opposed to check behind because I want to get value from Queen 10, Queen 8, also just Queens, King Jack, Ace Jack 10, Ace Jack Queen. Just, there's a lot of hands on the call that I'm ahead. Folding up here because I forgot about my hand. I have to call. This flop hits me, so just leading makes sense. I don't mean it hits me, I mean, against an under the gun razor, this flop completely whiffs their range unless they have like a low rundown, which is a very small part of their opening range, so it makes a lot of sense to just lead pot and just take the pot down because it's going to be tough for them to represent a hand that beats you. I don't know what the fuck's going on here. We have top two and a flush draw. We have no straight, so I guess we just want to check call the fucking turn, or maybe consider folding. I don't know, man. Multi-way pots suck. Like I feel like I'm really good at heads up pots, but multi-way pots, a lot of times I don't know what to do. Just gonna call, see what happens. And now at this point, getting like 2.5 to 1. but I'm like always beat. You know what I mean? Can't really make that play without the nuts unless like I just don't see the missed draws that he could have that would really make that plausible. So it looks like this is gonna be another losing session, but I think we played pretty good for the most part. Even though I was fucked up sitting out at this table. About to explain to my girlfriend that I'm gonna go in the bedroom and do some history homework, and then I'm just gonna lay down in bed and like stare at the book for 2 seconds and then go to sleep. God, work is so weird. I have to go back to work tomorrow. There's this manager named Kelly who's like super nice to me, and like sometimes it kind of like freaks me out. But she, I mean, she's just like super enthusiastic. It's not necessarily just me, but like if I'm in like a non-good mood, like with most of my coworkers, they'll be like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, but I won't be like, "Hey, how's it going? Like, how are you?" Like just like super like pumped up or something like that. Like it's 11 a.m. We're all fucking tired, you know. Do the things, just do the chores. We're all just trying to do the chores. But I feel like the managers just get to sit in the office, but they have to stress because they can get fired really easily. And it's kind of retarded. But everyone at my job just like loves me for some reason. Like I just do like somewhat logical things, and the other drivers are like so bad that it makes me just look like a complete genius next to them. Like when people call and they're like, I want a reservation. I'm not just like, wait, let me see the manager. I just write down the fucking reservation and their number, and I'm like, maybe that should work. I'll have the manager call you back. Just give them the fucking note, you know. What I'm saying is I'm a genius. I just have this crazy urge to call and set mine with this terrible fucking in this really bad spot. So this guy's 3-bet-0, which would mean to me that he has aces, or at least one of them does. And of course I would have just flopped top set. I want to quit the session so bad. I feel like I lost a bunch of money, and I just need a break. As soon as we get to 1 hour spot, I'm gonna quit. God, we just keep getting these monsters free, and then just really tentative, like weird flops. So this guy hasn't opened a hand. Well, he hasn't opened a 1 out of 10 hand. So even though it might make sense to three bet here, he just has aces so often that it makes no sense. If he opens 1 out of 10 hands on average, which is possible. I mean, at least that's what he's doing right now. So I might as well just go along with it and then get it in on this flop, which looks quite good. But I'm blocking some of my own outs, but that's okay. So basically, I'm playing. I want to play this as if I have like a set, and I'm trying to like protect against all these whatever flush draws. It's that big. Some guy hit a straight. I'm sitting out. I don't know what's going on. I remember I had a hand up there, but it's just gone now. I'm pretty drunk and I'm a Maki's and I'm still able to play like a million times better than these guys, but I have been losing money, that's for sure. Let's see what's going on here. Let's just go to today. Yeah, we're down 3 buy-ins today, which is no good. No good at all. The next buy-in needs to be a buy-in one, not another buy-in loss. They have these Power Rate Zeros on sale for like 50 cents, but I'm so sick of them at this point. I feel like they make me feel kind of sick. I'm not on some keto shit or anything right now. I'm just eating everything in front of me. Or eating nothing, or just waiting until like 3 a.m. and eating some shit out of the microwave. Logically, the diet that I eat should eventually kill me because I have not been eating healthy foods. Like, how long can you survive just off like cheeseburgers and fucking microwave stuff? Even if it's the organic microwave stuff, like those like $4 microwave burritos, they're not really that tight. Mostly tortilla for the most part. Here's a huge fucking tortilla. These games are so stupid when you're not making any hands. Like, I don't really know what to do. I just keep making second best hands or like just complete garbage. So I'm just gonna bide my time and wait until it starts running good. Where's 3? God, fuck. That was a bad call. I don't know what I was thinking there. I just like need to just end this session, I think. I hate this call actually. It seems like they just want to give up for some reason. So I have to take a stab at it at least. But well, I'm assuming I'm not gonna win. So don't see him folding the river. Could have just flatted that, but I have the button, so these guys just tend to go completely nuts sometimes. Like this guy could easily just jam his 99 in, so that's not a great thought. I'm just gonna go ham for a little while. I'm gonna go in ham mode for like 10 minutes and see if I can make anything happen before we go to sleep. I have to worry about this guy. You got the fucking 4, 6, 8. I mean, at least I have backdoor clubs, so I'm certainly just gonna get it in on with this SPR. This guy just hit a draw, but he hit it. So yeah, we actually got that in good. I don't know if you guys saw that, but we were up against a draw and like queen, jack 10 or something terrible like that. So I was correct in my read that this motherfucker didn't have anything, but this guy just happened to have a wrap. So we got it in against a wrap and we didn't win. So that's 4 binds in a row that we've lost. It's gonna be win some binds time tomorrow, I guess. Maybe tomorrow I'll win binds. It's all good. Everything is all good. I think I've been a bit overzealous. A little bit overzealous. I hope I don't just have some secret, random, annoying shit that I have to do tomorrow. I mean, I have to work from 11 to 3, which should be the easiest shift, but I have this weird feeling that this other driver's gonna quit. They're gonna be like, "Can you work a double shift?" And they'll be like, "You'll make so much money, NFL," which is true. I'd make a ton of money, but don't want to work a double shift tomorrow. I don't care if I make $300. Just no, don't want to do it. That's why we have illegal immigrants. Like people don't just want to like work 70 hours a week just because they get a decent wage. Fuck that shit. Got a bet, got top pair, got back doors, a million back doors. That's one of them. How can you have a king here? I'm not even if he shoves, I'm not folding because he can still have like a flush draw and a straight draw or something like that. Well, I guess he has 9 king. Good job. I might not post this video because I lose like every hand, and at the end I just talk about how I want to kill myself. So this might not be a video that I post. I might quit in the next 3 minutes. Then it'll be 1 hour. So maybe I will post it. It'll be a good length. So these guys are woke, man. They're just like crushing me. I'm playing worse than I've played in like forever. Like honestly, what the fuck am I doing? This isn't even good. I should have just called the 50 here. I'm not just gonna fold. Now I'll fold. I just wanted to get like 100 hands in, like in the last couple of days. Or 1,000. I'm sorry, I wanted to get 1,000 hands in. Why is it saying I've only played 413? It was saying I played 700 before when we looked at it, so honestly, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, that doesn't include today. Forgot you gotta get a sense. I really need to quit playing. Like I'm just in this mode where I want to just raise my own position like every time and stuff. And I get this feeling sometimes in PLO. It's just like I get frustrated and I just start pushing these like what I would assume are edges, but not really edges. It's just me like tilting and raising just because I have the button. But at least I have enough flush draw. Could win a big pot. It's just like I'm essentially just gambling. I mean, these guys are both playing such a wide VPIP. It's just insane. Like, if it checks to me again, probably gonna bet. I kind of just want to protect, like against like pair of tens, pair of kings. Both have a lot of outs against me. Really gonna want to protect against these kind of hands. Assuming I have the best hand there. Which I don't always, I guess. Holy shit, I'm so fucking tired. What is this? Can't play this. Alright, guys, sitting out of this one. We're sitting it out. Gonna set it out. The same hand. We just get dealt ace, deuce, deuce, deuce twice. Ace, deuce, deuce, deuce twice in the same, like, maybe 10 seconds. What, you know, if that isn't a sign that the basilisk is basically rigging this against me, I don't know what it is. And then, wait a second, I actually have ace, deuce, deuce, deuce over here. So, I had ace, deuce, deuce, deuce on this table, so I folded it, and then I closed out the table. And then I have ace, deuce, deuce, deuce over here. And then I look over here and I notice I have ace, deuce, deuce, deuce at this table. So I had ace, deuce, deuce, deuce at 3 tables at the same time. Essentially. Does that even make sense? Like, what are the odds of that? It's like 1,000,000,000,000 to 1 or something. Like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? How could that possibly be real? You know? The only hand I can get is ace, deuce, deuce, deuce. The other guy has aces. Finally, we get a hand where we're about to win a big pot. Wish I would have bought more chips earlier. I've just been getting chipped down all night. This has got to be the spot. We're going to 3-bet, try to take position in the hand. Also, these guys both have really wide ranges. So it's not like I'm like putting him on like a really strong range when his pre-flop range is raises to 71. So no, I'm saying his pre-flop raise is 71. The other guy's VPIP is 60. So seems like a classic scenario where they just have like a bunch of garbage, and hopefully I run good enough to win the pot. You know, that's the plan. So we get a super drawy flop, and we're just gonna ship it in. Just gonna bet as much as it allows us to. And he decides to like insta flat call. So we'll put our last 385 in. It's all good. I don't know what he's doing. He just had a pair of 9s. I guess he was hoping to hit an ace. I don't know. See, and then I see this kind of stuff, and I'm like, well, shit, I want to keep playing, but I'm just so tired. God, no one ever folds anything. Just gotta remember that mantra. No one ever fucking folds. Like that bluff that I tried earlier cost me like maybe 50 big blinds or 60 big blinds. Could have just avoided that and just gave up. Can't be doing stuff like that, really. Obviously, once you move up, you can start incorporating some of these kind of bluffs. I'm not saying it was like an expert play, but like it was just a really bad bluff. So if you want to go back and look at a really bad play, go back to wherever the fuck that was. I don't know where it was. I don't know what's going on. I had like 600 bucks. I had up to like 600 bucks the other day, but my account is closer to like 450, I think, or something like that right now. Gonna try to get a situation going where the guy who posted is in the pot and I have position on him. I mean, well, actually, no, he has position. He has position on me, but his range is like super wide when he just calls the raise out of the the posts. So generally a good spot for us, even when we have a hand. It's only a kind of good hand. I feel like hands like this are so easy to play though. It's like either you flop two pair, which is almost always going in, or like straight draw or wrap, which is almost always going in. Or it's just hard to know that there's not a lot of spots where you don't know what to do. Like in this spot, it's super likely someone has a flush. We have no diamonds in our hand, so since we have no diamonds in our hand, we're just gonna say, you know what? We have no pair, we have no diamonds in our hand. We're just gonna give up and let you guys go at it because really thinking someone might have a flush here. You know, I'm thinking number two might have a flush. I don't know. Could be wrong. I would have made it straight, but I think I would have lost. Fuck. I thought I was about to sit out. I don't know what's going on. I gotta pay the small blind at least. I'm not gonna skip the small blind. So this is gonna be the last two hands right here. It's been a bad session, but we'll play some more later and just hopefully crush. I just want to take a nap, wake up, play around 11 or 12 when it's just all like the super donks just handing me money. I don't know. I think I'm playing essentially the same strat that was winning me a lot of money not too long ago. So if I'm not winning, it's either just variance or I'd become really dumb over time. So we'll see what happens. This just seems like the easiest 3-bet ever. Just have nothing. Yeah. No, I mean, I want him to call and have nothing. I wasn't really expecting to fold. It's kind of whack. All these damn short stackers. How are you gonna fold when it's just like a 1 SPR and we have nothing, no hand, no draw? God, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Finger is hurting right now. I just want to get this guy. I have such a bad hand, but I just want to like make number 4 go all in because I hate him. And I think I can get him a heads up. No, this guy calls. What a bad flop for me too. I mean, my hand, to be honest, my hand is really bad, but it plays okay heads up. So I was just hoping to get it all in with number 4 and getting this price. Yeah, no way in the hell I can fold. So you just gotta hope to get lucky. Man, why you gotta get so aggressive here? Like, just have ace queen? That's so crazy. He made a full house. What? Alright, I've been meaning to quit. I don't know why I keep talking about this. We've been playing for about like an hour, a bit over an hour. Sure, anyone who's watching this is bored as fuck because I know I am. And I can't think of anything fun to talk about. I'm just tired. So, yeah. I was gonna say earlier, it's kind of funny, like when you order a shawarma at a place. Like, I feel like I always try to say like shawarma because I know it's pronounced shawarma. It's not just shawarma, but like most white people just say shawarma. You know what I mean? But I'm like, I'll have a shawarma. But then the guy always looks at me like I'm some kind of goofball or something like that. So like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. Like, but like, I swear to God that it's shawarma. So like bad, I wouldn't. I guess this is like sort of bad aces, but like bad aces, generally you don't want to raise. But in spots like this, when you're in position, it makes sense. It makes sense to raise. If you know you're gonna be out of position, like if you have bad aces in early position, actually, yeah, no, you should raise. But I'm saying if someone raises early position, and then you have bad aces like in like mid position or something like that, you should always just call. This is good for us. I mean, I'm just worried that people are such stations. Like, what if I have the nut blocker? Like, I should just ship on this guy. Like, what can he possibly do? My hand, it just looks like I have the nuts if I shove here. But at the same time, I'm just afraid he's just gonna fall full. But I'm not just gonna be some kind of pussy, you know. Oh, he had the straight. Okay. I was like, sir, I'm not gonna be your cuckold today. Wasn't about to be the guy's cuckold, saying he has enough straight. I mean, when people are saying they have enough flush and you just know they don't have it, it's kind of an irritating thing. It just makes you want to raise them like every time. And most of the time they're just bluffing. So it works out pretty good. That was pretty funny that he had a straight. He was just trying to value bet a straight, I guess. Not a very great play. Just gonna call this guy one time. I don't believe him. I think he's full of shit. I don't know what our roll's gonna be at, guys, but I think it's like 400 or something terrible. Very bad things have been happening to us tonight, and that's okay. That's just how it's gonna go sometimes. Looks like number 5 is about to win quite a big pot. Number 4 had like the nut flush draw, maybe with another draw with it or something like that. Who fucking knows? Maybe he had like aces with a nut flush draw or something. Everyone is terrible. Oh, should I keep forgetting to put auto post? I just think this guy is so awful that I feel the urge to just play many hands with him because I just know that he can have so much random terrible bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like if I call here and he gave either a 5 or an ace, like that's fucking awesome for the most part. And some other low cards are pretty nice. Yeah. King, maybe not so much. Not a good spot to bluff. Not so sure he would even fold that, to be honest. Like, what we're repping is basically a draw, and the high card's running out. Like, it would be really hard for him to believe that we would have that shit. But remember, guys, I'm in cray mode right now. I just want to, like, play some PLO pots and gamble. PLO. I just want to play some PLO pots and just gamble it up. I don't really want to gamble it up against this guy that has aces, but I'm gonna just do it just because, like, fuck this motherfucker. I know you have aces. I just want to gamble before I go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, we just end up with nothing, no chance. Every time I have a fucking like ace in my hand, someone else has aces. It's just like just endless torture tonight. So, I mean, I'll qualify that that was a terrible hand, and I played horrible. So, but that's okay. We still have somewhat of a roll. I hope we haven't lost too much. Whatever. We're only one tabling anyways. I'm gonna three bet this guy because he's full of shit and he's opening every fucking hand, which is what led to this debacle, anyways. If I lose this hand, this guy should fucking go. Let's go, man. You said you had a hand. You said you had some shit, bitch. Ace queen? Like, what? What? I lose again. Oh, wow. I was actually in quite good shape there. Guess we'll just play these aces and then. Actually, I'm not playing another hand after this because I'm pretty furious. So I hate having aces with no money. It just sucks. I feel like it's just a bad sign that you're gonna run like fucking complete shit in the future. So at least this guy's ISOing. That's cool. Whatever. I'm sitting out. Alright, guys. We'll do some more videos tomorrow. That was whack as fuck. Alright, let's look at what our ignition balance is. Is that right? 426? That's pretty whack. And then we'll look at according to Poker Tracker, we're only down 40, but honestly, that doesn't seem right. I think there might have been some hands where it just like randomly card catcher wasn't collecting it or something like that. Either way, that's quite a bummer, but we're just gonna, fight through it. It's not exactly a shocker to lose like fucking 5 buy-ins or whatever in a PLO game. And it wasn't really sharp. I mean, I took too many Mimakis and I drank a bunch of Moscow Mules. And it feels like it's like 3 a.m. right now. And I'm just going to turn the shit off. And no one will ever see this because I'm never going to post it. I hate you. I hate you all. Alright.